Thanks to Noom for supporting YOGAmazing. Kick off your right and get help staying on track to meet your goals with Noom. Noom is designed for results. Meet your resolutions by signing up for your trial today at Noom. That's Noom.com/yoga. You don't have to be a celebrity to have personalized training or your own support team. Your goal specialist is a behavior change professional, nutrition expert, and fitness trainer all in one. So what do you have to lose? Visit Noom.com/yoga to start your trial today. Welcome everyone to this very special edition of YOGAmazing. This is a how-to yoga class, and we're going to be focusing on the crow. Now last week I put out a message on Facebook and I said, what do you want to do in the new year that you want to work on your yoga practice with? And I got a list here. No, and Barbara Ann, Manuela, and Mary Beth all said pretty much the same thing. They want to work on the crow pose, they want to work on their balance, and they want to work on their core. Well, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to do the crow pose, because a lot of people have issues with understanding how to get this done properly. But the great thing about this, it does exactly what you want. It's going to work on upper body strength. It's going to work on your core, because when you balance, you have to engage that core, especially in that position. And then it's also going to work on the crow pose to help you to understand how to do it. So balance, core, strength, that's the crow pose. So if you have an idea for an upcoming class, please send it to me, Chaz at YOGAmazing.com. And if you're looking for any of the past episodes, please visit YOGAmazing.com and sign up for YOGAmazing 24/7, where all the classes are in full HD format with no talking and no commercials. So with that all being said, let's get started with today's class. So remember to breathe, relax, and have fun in this episode of YOGAmazing. Okay, everyone, so now what we're going to do is focus on how to do the crow pose. There are several things involved here. It's going to be you working with your arms, it's going to be working with your legs, it's going to be working with your core, it's going to be working with your upper body strength. And there's a couple of variations that people do with this one. Now I'm going to do the one that I always do all the time. I'm going to do the one where you're basically going to do it on the inside of the thighs. And there's some people, though, that put their elbows on the top of the thighs. But the one that I like doing more is the one where I have to put my arms on the inside, because you have to learn to get your balance, core, strength all in alignment. Because to me, it's harder, because if you're on your elbows, it's going to be an easier task because you just have to balance. But when you do the version where it's on the inside of your legs, you really have to engage more, because you have to push into your legs and you have to push into your arms. So there's a lot more to it. So I like doing that one because it's more challenging. The other one is challenging too, don't get me wrong, but I like this one, so that's the one we're going to teach. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to come up on our legs. We're going to get like into a position like this, like a squatting position. And the thing that you want to make sure that you do is that you, of course, on a solid surface, and you don't want to have anything that's going to move around or whatever. So you know that already, but I'm just speaking out loud. So then you want to make sure that your hands are like right in front of you, okay? Not too far forward. You don't want to be too far forward. You want to have your hands flat right here on the ground. You want to spread your fingers, okay? From here, we have to think about this. Take your legs. You can see me squeezing my legs in, and then I got to push my elbows. So there's, that's the option. And then the other thing that you're going to have to do is you're going to have to maintain your balance. And what a lot of people do is they get scared. They think they're going to come up and they're going to fall. Well, you're only a couple inches off the ground. It's not like you're falling 6 stories off of a building or something like that. But it's that fear of falling. And you know what? I remember when I was first learning this, I understand that, because, you don't want to fall. But at the end of the day, you're only a few inches off the floor, and it's a training process. The thing that you got to remember too is that when you're doing this, I'll turn sideways for this view, is that when you're going into the pose, you can't have your arms being in an angle. They've got to be in a vertical position, because when you're in a vertical position, then you're just laying on a shelf. And by laying on the shelf, that's going to make the pose much easier, because if you're in an incline, you're actually struggling into the pose more. So remember, you're going to have to spread your fingers, flatten your palms, squeeze your arms into your legs, and that's pretty much it. And then you're going to have to get your forearms vertical. So let's give this a try. So I'm going to come into this first, and I'm probably not going to do it properly, because I'm going to do that on purpose just to show you. So a lot of people come into this and then they'll just, they'll fall out like that. And I think A lot of that is the fear, the anxiety of trying to get into the pose. But once you get, I had one young lady that she just struggled with this pose for so long. And so what we need to do is focus and really work on our strength and body. So I'm going to turn this way this time so you can get a better view. So now remember, palms are flat, fingers are spread, feet, you're on your toes. Now you're gonna start to come up, and if you notice, I'm shifting. You can see my forearms getting vertical, and then I'm squeezing into my legs and my arms into my legs, and then you can come up with one toe, and then you can play with your toes coming off the mat, and then you want to come up and solidify the pose. And you may want to try, like I'm going to go a little deeper into the squat, and then I'm going to come up to get my balance and hold. And then release. Now, when you're doing that pose, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do it from the side though this time. Remember, when you're doing this pose, you're going to really feel this in my core, because you've really got to squeeze. So like I said, you're going to get balance, core, strength, and focus. So now let's do it from the side view, so you can see where my forearms are. So we're going to be here. Same concept. I'm going to go deeper into the pose, and then I'm going to spread my fingers, flatten my palms, start to transfer my weight from my toes. This is important, from my toes to my hands. I'm going to get in a vertical position, and then I can feel my legs coming up, and then I release up. Squeeze my abs, breathe, and release. So that is a pretty simplified version of how to do the crow pose. So give it a shot, give it a try, but remember, you've got to get your forearms vertical. You got to breathe. People want some cardio. You're definitely going to get it with this. It's going to work everything in your body. It's going to help you to focus. But keep practicing, and I hope this how-to series on the crow pose helps you. And so everyone, have a great day. Namaste.